All right, welcome back, Trailblazers, from wherever you happen to be watching around the globe. My name is Jonas Tishner. I am your co-host today, and I am with DocuSign.
I'm Lauren Dunn, Senior Salesforce Evangelist and Salesforce MVP here at DocuSign.
This is day 3.
It is.
What an insanely crazy day yesterday and into the night. I know we've said this every time, but last night was certainly no exception.
It was crazy. It really was. The city was hopping. It was brilliant.
And there were so many parties.
Yep.
We're going to get into some of that in a little bit. There were so many opportunities to shall we say, over-imbibe.
Yes.
And plenty of folks were doing that.
Yeah, looking around the Trailhead Zone today, there's a lot of tired faces and weary people. It was probably a late start for most.
Yeah, last night we were talking about it being Dreamfest.
Yes.
Highlights there.
Fleetwood Mac.
Of course, yeah.
Fleetwood Mac and also Beck.
That's the thing. Nobody knew Beck was opening for Fleetwood Mac.
That was a surprise for me. I heard about it like an hour before he went on. I was like...
Yeah, our producer Connor went last night, and he said that had people known, it probably would have been way packed earlier.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it was just, going back to childhood. Beck, from Europe.
Of course.
I think he's English, isn't he?
Yeah.
Keep me honest, Connor. Is he English?
He is English.
Okay, yeah. The Beck, Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, let's take a look here. We're going to show you just a few seconds. Obviously, Mick Fleetwood on the drums, Stevie Nicks leading this iconic 70s and 80s, I guess some 90s music there in terms of the hits.
Yep.
People loved it.
Oh, you could actually hear it. I was walking back from here, and I could hear them from AT&T Park.
No way.
Right at Moscone. It was crazy.
Did you stumble across anybody as you were walking around last night? Because you didn't go to the concert.
No, I didn't.
You were part of the sort of the opportunities around here.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about DocuSign After Dark.
That was amazing. DocuSign After Dark, we started here at 6 p.m. and it was jam-packed. We couldn't keep the food going. Honestly, the food, the drinks, it was amazing.
DocuSigners love to eat, not gonna lie.
They do. And it was mini burgers, we had great drinks, we had tiny little beer mugs. But
little steins.
Well, I've got tiny hands, so they look big.
Yeah, you do have little hands.
Do.
Yeah.
And I even started a dance party in the middle of the floor. That was interesting.
I don't think we're going to see any of that. But instead of talking about last night, why don't we show folks what you experienced as a DocuSign at Dark?
Definitely. I'm here at DocuSign After Dark Happy Hour. Let me go take you through and show you some shenanigans. Fully stocked bar with a maple old fashioned as a signature drink. I picked that one. Right behind me we have 4 demo stations, Apex Toolkit, CLM, eSig and Jenna Negotiate. This is where we are. Benit's eating behind us. That's the famous Benit. This is where all our customers can come, talk to us about our products, have a drink, mingle, have some food. So we are here at DocuSign After Dark. Look who popped in! Dan Springer! Oh my god, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm so excited to be here.
So, it's jam-packed. What do you think of it so far?
I am so excited that we have so many developers here because we are a developer-first company, so I'm not surprised, but it makes me very happy to have such a big turnout.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Dan.
I'm not just stopping by, I am staying. I will be here all night.
You're
Let me
closing
shut
it
this
down.
baby.
Oh, okay, you're closing it down.
Okay, that looked insane.
It was crazy. Dan Springer was there. It's like, how many times do you get to go and say, hi, CEO, jump in the video with me? That was like,
Yeah.
I was kind of tentatively going, hi, Dan.
And then all of a sudden, no, he will dive right in.
Oh,
Trust
he
me,
will.
if there's an opportunity to dance or have a cocktail, Dan Springer's going to be right
He's
there
right
with you.
there
Yeah,
beside
he's right
you,
there
yeah,
with you.
definitely.
One quick correction.
Yep.
We've been getting DM'd that Connor was wrong. Beck was born in L.A.
Oh, yeah, naughty
Yeah.
cock. We need to go up our pop culture knowledge.
We need a better fact checker than our producer. That's going to be one of the things we
Sorry,
need. Definitely.
Connor.
Let's talk a little bit about what folks are looking forward to today. I mean, I think today is, in terms of keynotes, aside from that first keynote by Benioff, this is one of the bigger days, and that's because it involves our former president of the United States.
Yes, Barack Obama. People were queuing from 5 o'clock in the morning. Guys, 5 o'clock in the morning.
I mean,
was still
you really
snoring.
want to see him.
Well, yeah. In fairness, I saw some of it. Very, very well spoken. Very about leadership and empowering people.
Yeah, passionate.
You know, President Obama has been an amazing speaker. Like watching from Europe, he knows how to really project his thoughts, and he really came across that way today.
Yeah.
And I was watching it. I only got about 30 minutes of it, and I was really inspired. So I'm like, I'm gonna go do better.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to be a better human being.
Yeah, and even a better leader. So
Yeah.
he was talking a lot about leadership.
Yeah,
so
and I
that was
want to
good.
be a better soccer player, David Beckham.
David Beckham. That is at 2:30 today,
Yeah.
I think. I cannot wait. Myself and my boss, we're like fangirling. We're going to be queuing.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't wait. You know, this week, one of the things that we've done as part of this broadcast is we've been bringing a lot of the demos,
Yeah.
the things that people could see if you're at the booth in our trailhead, or you're walking around, or you're here at
Yeah.
our headquarters where we've got all of these demos playing out behind us. It's an opportunity for folks to see some of the new advances that DocuSign has made in terms of our partnership with Salesforce. So this has been, you know, the Agreement Cloud we launched this week. Obviously, that's a huge opportunity and a
Yes.
platform opportunity. What kind of demos are we going to be seeing today and tomorrow?
So today we have the CLM demo, and then tomorrow we have the e-signature for Salesforce. Sorry, we say e-sig.
How have those demos been received as you've been talking to some of the folks who are putting them together and watching the audience?
So the booth has been crazy. It's been non-stop. Trying to, people elbowing each other, trying to get closer.
Yeah.
Not an exaggeration. People are trying to learn more, to the point where we're thinking, okay, maybe we need to do more Apex Toolkit Advanced. We're getting a lot of feedback from people going, we want to learn more. So we are putting on webinars.
Yep.
Shortly after Dreamforce. So I know there's an Apex Toolkit webinar on the 5th of December. I'm hosting that one.
Yep.
But there's going to be CLM and so on coming in the future. In the
So
year.
where can people find out more if they want to find out about those demos or webinars?
Yeah, so if you go to developers.docusign.com and you go to the events website, they will be there. They're on the webinar section.
Okay, perfect. So today, the demo that we're going to take a look at is CLM. Do you know who's doing this one?
This is Pierce. Pierce, I only got to meet him today, and he, when you have an assumption about someone, the face
Yeah.
doesn't match his name.
The voice, yeah.
He looks so much younger than his voice. Seriously, he looks about 12, and he's so nice, and he's so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
He could talk all day, every day. So do look him up on LinkedIn, Pierce. I can't remember his surname, but we will probably tweet it out. Tag him, he'll kill me. And if you do have questions on CLM, he's the guy to go to.
Perfect. Well, let's take a look at Pierce demoing CLM for Salesforce.
Hi. Today, we're going to show you how you can use DocuSign CLM's Workflow Designer to build deep and unique agreement-based processes for your users so they can do business the way they need to. What we're going to do is we're going to briefly walk you through what our workflow editor looks like and how to use it. So this is the Workflow Designer. And at its core, the Workflow Designer allows you to drag various steps onto the screen and connect them together with various arrows. So the steps can be anything from user-based interactions, like an approval step, or they can be a background data management step, like, for example, a variable update, or they can even be a connection with an outside environment, like Salesforce. So you can see we've got a bunch of Salesforce-related steps over here. So the process we've got built out today is an MSA approval step, where the workflow will receive a document that we've generated and then make some metadata updates, decide how we might want to route it based on whether we've used standard or non-standard agreement, take a new version of the contract that we will pretend has come back from external review, and allow a user to review that contract. From there, we'll also take a look at how a user can make a dynamic ad hoc choice in a workflow that will send it down various routes, whether it's going to be a second external review route, a higher level of approval, or if we're just going to go straight for signature with DocuSign. In the top right, I'll just point out we've got an automatic decision step that is looking at whether or not we merged standard clause language into this agreement. From there, we can either do a higher level approval or just go right out to our customer. So here we're seeing the automated decision making of the workflow, and down here we have some of the user-based decision making where a user is going to be assigned several different options of what they want to do with their agreement. So that's at a high level how our workflow designer works. Thanks.
Super proud of that DocuSign CLM for Salesforce approach. Of course, DocuSign acquired SpringCM last year, and it's been this relationship. We've been doing work and integrating and making it part of the DocuSign Agreement Cloud that Prepare, Sign, Act, and Manage. And now it's finally here, finally white labeled. It's DocuSign CLM.
Yes.
So we're super excited that we're able to show that.
We really are, and also it's amazing to see how we've integrated so well. Like, I've been a part of integrations before where it's been a bit messy, but this has been really smooth. It's, it's like PB&J.
Yeah, the companies were really made for each other, and the reception that we've had in terms of that Agreement Cloud process has been fantastic all week long. One of the things that we've also been really excited about this year is we've been doing a series of mini hacks. It's been very well received. We've given away a ton of prizes. Talk about the mini hacks.
So here at Dreamforce, there are 6 mini hacks where you can get a medium-size Astro plushie. I only have the mini one. I can't bring home the big one. But if you complete a DocuSign or part of that mini hack this year, and if you complete it, you're entered into a raffle. If you complete a DocuSign one, you're entered into a DocuSign raffle where you get all those cool prizes. It's a VR, a 3D printer, and Lego. I love the Lego. I'm all about the Lego.
You like building stuff. You're a builder.
I am. By trade, I like to keep my hands busy. But we actually had someone on the floor doing the mini hack. So it's combining my love of Process Builder. So if Salesforce folks will get this. Process Builder, I love it to bits. And then combining it with DocuSign. So he actually got to complete the mini hack. And we will post the mini hack if you guys want to do it. Fortunately, you cannot enter the raffle. But if you want to learn and just challenge yourselves a little, we will post that mini hack.
Are we going to show some of that? Who were you talking to about the mini hack?
I was talking to, he's known as the SFDC beard. He has a big long beard. His name is Barry Roberts. He's actually the world-renowned FSL guy in Salesforce world.
Yep.
And
Well, let's take a look.
Let's take a look, I am here at the Camp Mini Hack sitting on the floor with Barry Roberts, also known as SFDC Beard. Barry, you just completed the mini hack.
I did indeed, and I really enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So the piece from me is to say we've just done the mini hack about putting the first envelope in and attaching it to a case.
Okay.
The piece that I found really interesting is I didn't know I could have a trial account on DocuSign.
Free?
Completely free. So I've now got to actually understand and play more with DocuSign that I ever knew I could do. Because obviously normally working on a project, we're very controlled and we're delivering what we need to deliver.
Yeah.
You never get really a chance to just learn and enjoy the tool for what it is.
Cool. So you had fun?
Really had fun, and I'm going to go back and do some more.
That's the aim of the game. So mini hack, we will also post it up on our Twitter handle so you can play with it. Unfortunately, you will not be able to be entered into the raffle, but you get to have some fun and learn at the same time. Bye!
Bye now.
Okay. That was quite a beard.
That was a beard, yeah. I'm just happy we sat on the ground. It's definitely true testament. It's day 3. The feet are killing us. We sat on the ground for that interview.
I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, you got to at some point.
Yeah, well, there's a height difference as well that he likes to remind me of.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm really short. He calls me Twinkle Toes. And he's 6'7" or whatever. So we sat on the ground, so we're almost level height.
Yeah.
But
so tell our audience a little bit about what we can expect to see tomorrow. We have a little bit of an issue because you actually are going to have to be 2 places at once.
I am. I need a cloning machine. So I have been asked by Dreamforce to speak tomorrow.
Yeah, she's only mentioned that 15 times to me.
It's my first time speaking.
You're very excited about it.
I am really excited. First time speaking at Dreamforce. Come on, that's huge.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
So you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be too nervous because, we've been here all week.
Yep.
I'm prepped for it.
So we're going to do a little pre-record for tomorrow's show, but there's still so much that we're going to want to see and talk about.
Yes, there's so much. There's obviously going to be my bloopers.
Yeah, bloopers. There's a lot of them, folks. So many bloopers.
So many. Oh, yeah.
What else?
It's terrible. There's going to be, obviously, demos again, and then maybe just a bit of a recap of what's been going on today.
Brilliant. Well, you've been amazing today. I know there's still a lot more for you to do. We're excited to see what you end up doing and a little bit of your back and forth.
Yes.
And then I can't wait to see the bloopers.
No!
So thanks you guys so much for spending another few minutes with us here at Dreamforce 2019 at the W Hotel. For Lauren, Kendall, look at her over there working so hard. Connor, myself, Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow at 1 o'clock.